All right, friends. Well, time for another classic. We're going all the way back to 1989. I think it's July of 89 is what Spotify says here. Yeah, July 25th of 1989. This bald head was not even technically 9 years old yet when this album came out. Beastie Boys, Paul's Boutique. I like to post the cover of the album I'm going to react to up on Twitter in the morning on Friday just so people know. And one person put, "No bars, just beats." I feel like those 4 words are the perfect explanation of what I'm expecting to hear today. When it comes to the Beastie Boys, I've never been a huge fan. I've never been a hater, but I've never really been a huge fan. My biggest issue with Beastie Boys is they seem to just be shouting at me all the time. And it's like, why are you yelling at me? What have I done?
That's what you say to me.
That's what I say to you. Are you the 4th unnamed member of the Beastie Boys?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I like them a little more now. They do a lot of shout, yell, singing type stuff, but whatever. I love Sabotage. Sabotage is a great fucking song. Some of these I recognize, so I'm gonna recognize some of these. Let's see here. Hey Ladies, I've heard before. I know for sure I've heard that before. And then Looking Down the Barrel of a Gun, I'm familiar with because Anthrax did a cover of that for the Beavis and Butthead movie. And so I know that one. The rest, I don't know. Maybe I'll probably recognize Shake Your Rump just because it's got a lot of streams. So that's probably a hit that I've heard before. And then what's interesting, like the album itself it says it's 23 songs, 53 minutes. But like the last 8 are all of this B-boy, however you pronounce this, Bouillabaisse or whatever like that. So I wonder if it's like technically one song on Genius. It's all broken apart into different tracks. But it's weird. It's like 56 seconds, a minute 14, 2 minutes, minute and a half, a minute. So I feel like the end is kind of one song that's been broken up into chapters or whatever. So there you go. I don't know what else to say, I suppose. Really I have the lyrics up, but I'm really not expecting any lyrical complexity or depth or anything like philosophical to come across, right, as you listen to this. So I will keep to those 4 words. No bars, just beats. 1989. Really curious to hear. What's funny is the first track, To All the Girls, the producers are the Dust Brothers, who did the soundtrack for Fight Club, which is a great soundtrack. If you've never heard the soundtrack for Fight Club, Dust Brothers crushed it, in my opinion. I thought they did a great job. That's one of my favorite soundtracks. Still put it on sometimes. Used to listen to it a bunch back in the day. Let's get into it. Let's check out Beastie Boys. I've never listened to a full Beastie Boys album. The only Beastie Boys I've ever heard is the stuff that comes on over the radio. Track 1's called To All the Girls. Dust Brothers are producing, not to be confused with the Chemical Brothers, who are also not to be confused for the Crystal Method. Lots of chemical names in the 90s for some of these electronic groups. Anyway, drop it in. Track 1, To All the Girls. Are you going? Is it gonna get louder, or are my audio settings all jacked up? Oh, it's coming in. It's coming in. Okay. Okay. You know what's funny about this beat? It definitely sounds like Dust Brothers. If you listen to Fight Club soundtrack, you'll go, oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's funny, it starts with To All the Girls, and then you go to track 2, which is Shake Your Rump. So I feel like this is a prelude to track 2, essentially. Who is producing track 2? Beastie Boys and the Dust Brothers. Cool. Good job. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is not familiar to me, but I like how it sounds. I don't know where we are. Ah, yeah, dude. Yeah. This is cool. Very cool. I know I talked over like the transition. I apologize for that. This is amazing. This is fucking cool. We're gonna be listening to Beastie Boys later today. Yeah. There'll be a lot of yelling in the house. A lot of shouting. But the beat is badass. This is a badass beat. It's kind of funny too. Oh, dude, it's almost done.
Michael Diamond.
No, mine's Clarence. From downtown Manhattan, the village, my style's wild, and you know that it's still.
This is fucking great. Yeah, dude. Yeah. And then it just jumps right into 3. Cool. So we're gonna pause there. And I'm hoping just off those couple notes right there at the start of 3, it sounds like Dust Brothers again. I'm hoping Dust Brothers is doing the whole album. Dust Brothers again on track 3. Good. Okay. All right. You know, I am so incredibly surprised. Very happily surprised. When I saw the title Shake Your Rump, I figured, oh, you know, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm coming in with like a pretty negative bias, apparently, against the Beastie Boys. Although I don't really know why. You know, they've got some lyrics about, you know, girls and stuff like that. But I mean, of course, they're fucking young guys, party scene, that type of thing, right? But I figured the whole Shake Your Rump thing would just be like, just about that, right? Just telling ladies, shake your rump, shake your rump. But really, that's like barely even said in the song. And the production, oh, I love how much the production is twisting and changing and moving and doing all this cool, fantastic shit, man. Sounds amazing. Let's go through a little bit of lyrics. I was yapping a bit. I missed that transition between to all the ladies and then into track 2. So that's on me. That's my bad right there. I rock a house party at the drop of a hat. I beat a biter down with an aluminum bat. A lot of people, they be josin' just to hear me rock the mic. They be staring at the radio, staying up all night. So like a pimp, I'm pimping. I got a boat to eat shrimping. That's the other thing too, is I didn't realize, Beastie Boys have always been kind of ridiculous, but I only know like a couple of songs. So I've basically given these guys no credit. And I know this one's a classic, and I was like, okay, yeah, maybe just because it's like Beastie Boys exploding on the scene, but I had no idea, like, why? This is fucking fantastic. Routines I bust, the rhymes that I write, I'll be busting routines and rhymes all night, like eating burgers or chicken, and you'll be picking your nose, man, I'm on time. That's how it goes. You heard my style, I think you missed the point. Silly lyrics, too. The Patty Duke Show, the ranch, and then I bust the tango, got more rhymes than Jamaica got mango. Peg leg. A full of clout, y'all. When the mic is in my mouth, I turn it out, y'all. And then I like it, genius here. Sound of a bong hit followed by a shotgun noise. Never been dumped because I'm the most mackinest. Never been jumped because I'm known the most packinest. We've got beef, chief. We're knocking out teeth, chief. And if you don't believe us, you should question your belief. Oh, question your belief. Oh. Like Sam the Butcher bringing Alice the meat, like Fred Flintstone driving around with bald feet. All right. Okay. I'm fucking on board already. We're 4.5 minutes in, 5 minutes in, and I'm on board. Let's go to 3. It's called Johnny Ryall. Dust Brothers and Beastie Boys producing. I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's see where the fuck the rest of this album goes. I'm so happy Dust Brothers are producing. Love Dust Brothers. Even though I'm not like an expert on their music. I know that soundtrack and a couple other songs. That's about it.
Johnny Ryall, it's a bubble my shoe. I gave him 50 cents to buy some soup. He knows the time. I wear the fresh Gucci watch. He's even more over than my mayor ain't got. Watch the windows on the Bowery at 4:45. 'Cause he ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more.
Ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more.
Sleeping in the street, they ain't a damn thing funny. With the hand-me-down food, they had a hand-me-down clothes. A rockabilly pastor which nobody knows. Makes his home all over the place. He goes to sleep by falling down on his face. Sometimes no, he's the leader of the homeless. Sometimes drunk, and kids always phoneless. Sleeping on the street in a cardboard box. Better off drinking than smoking a rocks. Johnny Ryall.
Ha!
Johnny Ryall.
This little beep, 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 beep.
Louis Vuitton with the Gucci guitar. Johnny Ryall. Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are? Is there a summary for this song? No, there isn't. Oh, wait. Yeah, there is. A bio. Okay. It's just... The song is a fictional story about a real vagrant who hung out near Mike D's apartment at the time. Okay. So, I loved Shake Your Rump. This is an example. This song right here, they're just shouting at me the whole time. And the production is less engaging. It's still good. I like it. But this is an example of where I go with the Beastie Boys. I kind of go, like, why are you shouting at me so much, you guys? Please. And I know that's just their style. But this is like a good example of one of those songs. He ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. So that's a lyric from, I believe, Bob Dylan? I think it's Bob Dylan. Yep, Bob Dylan. And Rage Against the Machine did a cover for it, and it's fucking phenomenal. Love it. Love it. If you've never heard Rage Against the Machine's version of Maggie's Farm, put it on. It's so good. So good. One of my favorites. He drinks where he lies. He's covered with flies. He's got the hand-me-down Pumas and the tie-dyes. You go upstate, get your head together. Thunderbird is the word, and you're light as a feather. Detox at the flop house. No booze allowed. Remember the good old days of the rockabilly crowd.
Donald Trump, living in a man's shelter, wearing red-back shoes and singing Helter Skelter. He asked for $1. You know what it's
You know what it's for.
He always needs more. He's no less important than a working class kid. He drinks a lot of liquor, but he don't drink piss. He paid his dues, playing the blues. He claims that he wrote the blue suede shoes. Oh, Shadrach said when he went to the army.
That's right, John. His name is
Johnny. Johnny Ryall.
Ha. Okay, this one's fine. I would probably skip this one just because they keep shouting Johnny Ryall. This album's probably going to be a lot of hits or misses for me. Let's see if it dumps into 4.
Cool wax.
No, not really. Okay. What's verse 1? Let's go through verse 1 a little bit. Johnny Ryall is the bum on my stoop. I gave him 50 cents to buy some soup. He knows the time with a fresh Gucci watch. He's even more over than my mayor at Cock. I don't know who that is. Was the mayor of New York from 78 to 89. Okay. By the time Paul's Boutique, his run as mayor was just about over. Johnny Ryall, who was almost dead, was more over. Oh, okay. Oh, good annotation there. Yeah. He's even more over than my mayor. Okay, yeah. He's almost done, basically. Living on borrowed time and borrowed money, sleeping in the street. There ain't a damn thing funny with the hand-me-down food and the hand-me-down clothes, a rockabilly past of which nobody knows. And that's kind of what's happening in this song, talking about he's got like a voice of gold and a voice of platinum, but his records only went gold or some shit. Where was that at? Here we go. He's a rockabilly star from the days of old. He used to have teeth all filled with gold. He got a platinum voice, but only gold records. On the bass was Boots and the drums was Checkers. What's that about? Louis Vuitton with the guitar, Johnny Ryall. Who do you think you are? Boots is presumably a reference to the legendary bass player. playing a fish. Play Bootsy Collins and Checkers is possibly a Chubby Checker? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Well, there's 3. Let's go to 4. More Dust Brothers. Is it Dust Brothers throughout? I should just look and cheat. Yes, it is. Oh, thank God. Dust Brothers throughout the entire album. Okay, cool. Eggman is track 4. Dust Brothers, Beastie Boy. Let's chop in. This one's another just a quick little 3-minute banger. Just a bunch of short songs on this one. All right, here we go. Here's Eggman. If you like the production on this album, you gotta listen to the soundtrack to Fight Club. It's Dust Brothers. You gotta listen to it. Great soundtrack.
I looked out the window, seeing his bullhead. Ran to the fridge and pulled out an egg. Scoped over my scopes, he had no hair. Launched that shot, he was caught out there. Saw the convertible driving by. Loaded up the slingshot, let one fly. He went for his to find, he didn't have one. Put him in check, correct. My egg good. The egg, a symbol of life. I go on the house and bust out to wife. I pulled out the jammy, thought it was a joke. The trigger, I pulled his face to yo. Reached in his pocket, took all his cash. Left my man standing with the egg mustache. Suckers, they come a dime, a dozen. When I say dozen, you know what I'm talking about, boy.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I think I've heard that drop before.
Driving around, king of the town. Always got my windows rolled.
I feel like I've heard that sampled before. I couldn't tell you where, but I've heard that drop before.
My car, my black night.
Something I really enjoy about this album so far is, it's really interesting how you can make a good beat, because some beats are just great and you can loop it and it's just got this great classic sound that you can listen to it forever and ever and ever. It doesn't have to evolve or change. It can just loop and it's great. Other beats, they do like a switch or a flip, and they kind of put some flair and this and that. This one, it's almost the beat structure, the way it is just being played out. It's almost like it's being played live. It's almost like the Dust Brothers are on their pads doing this all live, which might be the case. It's 1989. So if this came out in 89, made in 89, 88. Put in the comments, you guys. Let me know. Did they actually just fucking record these beats live? I mean, live is kind of a weird term, right? Because back then with the technology and stuff, and you got your fucking record players, and they would do certain things to bring the beats back and all that kind of shit. But it sounds like it's being performed rather than, okay, we've created our loop and now we're just gonna loop it and then you rap on top of it. That's what it sounds like, and I really like that feel of production. Some of the other artists out there, I love Little Sims because she uses live production. McKinley Dixon's got live production. The Roots, they're playing their instruments. That shit, you can tell. And to me, it just sounds better. Now, again, there are some amazing beats out there. I'm not trying to put down beats that aren't played live. There's some fucking amazing beats. But the way the music is coming through, it just feels alive. It's fucking fantastic.
We began to attack the extra crack on Hayes' back. Sam, I am down with the program. Come Halloween, I come strapped. I do it out of some laugh. You made the mistake and judge a man by his race. You go through life with egg on your face. Woke up in the morning, peculiar feeling. Looked up and saw egg dripping from the ceiling. Family, punk rock, the businessman. I called anybody with the egg in my hand. Not like the crack that you put in a pipe, but crack on your butt is a down now white.
What the fuck is this song about? Other than throwing eggs at people. There has to be actual meaning, right? Maybe not. Is that Jaws? It is Jaws. It is, yeah. Oh, and what was the other one? Dun, dun, that's we. I actually have it here. So Genius has updated their page. Psycho, that's it, Psycho. It tells you all the samples. So Psycho's in here. You're gonna get yours, Public Enemy. Bring the Noise, Public Enemy. Funkadelic. Jaws is on here. Elvis Costello. Oh yeah, Pump It Up, yeah. But I didn't hear that part, but I remember that song. It's been a while since I've heard that. So here's the bio for the song. The song is inspired by the Beasties' love for throwing eggs at people, specifically an incident at the Mondrian Hotel in LA It's a practice they indulged in from their early days as a New York hardcore band right up until they recorded in Paul's Boutique. So, okay, it's about throwing eggs at people. Okay. I saw the convertible driving by. I loaded up the slingshot, let one fly. He went for his to find he didn't have one. Put him in check, correct, with my egg gun. The egg, a symbol of life. I go inside your house and I bust out your wife. Pulled out the jammy. He thought it was a joke. The trigger, I pulled. His face, the yoke. Reached in his pocket, took all his cash, left a man standing with the egg mustache. Suckers, they come a dime a dozen. When I say a dozen, oh, and that's a sample right there. That's right, I'm the Eggman. Driving around, king of the town, always got my windows rolled down, ready to throw. Huh, okay. Well, there you go. It's a song about throwing eggs at people. Humpty Dumpty was a big fat egg. He was playing the wall, then he broke his leg. Tossed it out the window, 3 minutes hot, hit the rusty man. He said, blood clot. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? I egged the chicken, and then I ate his leg. Riding the trains in between cars. When I pull out the station, you're going to get yours. Drive-by eggings plaguing L.A. Yo, you just got my little cousin. Sometimes hard-boiled, sometimes runny. Comes from a chicken, not a bunny, dummy. People laugh. It's no joke. My name's Yak, and I'm throwing the yolk. Okay. Crazy fucking kids throwing eggs all over the place. Cool with that song. Eggman gets a heart. Let's go to 5. What a fun ride so far. High Plains Drifter, Dust Brothers, and Beastie Boys dropping into 5. This might be the longest one off the album at a whopping 4 minutes and 13 seconds. Yeah, it is the longest track off the album. Here we go. High Plains Drifter. Did I break you, Spotify? Oh, there it goes. Oh, that is Joe Eagles, not Joe Walsh. Eagles. Yeah, that's definitely Eagles. Okay, so far this was kind of a miss for me. Like, again, this is another example where here's what's going on. If the production ain't fucking rocking and all I can hear is the Beastie Boys, and I kind of go, oh, it's those guys that are yelling at me all the time. So that, and I only say that, I'm not gonna like rag on that the whole time. I'm figuring out what it is that's works for me and what does not work for me with the Beastie Boys. And I'm kind of enjoying the lyrics. Like, I don't really have a problem with the lyrics. It's just that they just keep shouting at me, and it hurts my feelings. I don't care about that. They just don't. They ain't that good. You know, their voices just aren't that great. Anyway, let's keep going. I do like that they like come in and out. Like, this guy does a line, this guy comes in, this guy comes in. Let's go through this part of the verse. So, well, let's go for like verse 2. Yeah, they're driving across country because here's verse 2 though. I'm a high plains drifter, the best you can get. A strapped shoplifter, a pirate on cassette. Bust a Travis Bickle when I feel I'm getting pushed. Don't step to me because you could be getting mushed. I'm doing 120 plowing over. This is great. I'm doing 120 plowing over mailboxes, radar detector to tell me where the cops is. Spending the night in Motel 6. It's $5 extra to get the porno flicks. And then I concoct a black and tan in my brandy snifter. I'm a kleptomaniac Kmart shoplifter. Cash flow getting low, so I had to pull a job. I found a nice place to visit, but a better place to rob. I left my car outside and the engine still revving, taking care of business at 7-Eleven. And then I went inside to make my withdrawal. I saw what he had, but I had to take it all. Knucklehead Deli tried to jip me off the price, so I clocked him on the turban with a bag of ice, because I'm a Mo Lelo like Yo Lelo, cool like lemonade. I don't understand what that means, but whatever.
Mellow yellow. You call it
Oh, mellow yellow. Okay, so he must be like throwing extra syllables in there just to make it fucking work. Anyway, I made my getaway and then I thought I had it made. I feel like Steve McQueen, a former movie star, looked in the rear view mirror, saw the police car. Ballantine quartz with the puzzle on the cap. What the fuck is a Ballantine quartz? American brewery best known for its pale ale. Oh, there you go. Ballantine quartz with a puzzle cat on the cap. I couldn't help to notice I was caught in a speed trap. Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry on the run from Dirty Harry. Stashed the cash in the dash, but my gun I did carry. I'm seeing blue and red flashing deep in the night. I got my alibi straight. I pulled over to the right. The cop knocked on my window and said, "Boy, where's the fire? You got a mailbox on your bumper and a bald front tire. Have the car, long hair. Your goose is cooked." Read me my rights, fingerprinted, and booked. So let's see how this wacky little tale.
funny.
Let's see how this tale wraps up here. I think it's one more verse, and the song's almost over.
You behave, we'll throw away the key. I took the bailiff's file away, stayed to OTB. I had a good feeling, easy come, easy go.
I plan on one horse to win.
And another show. Sure
Enough.
then
That came.
wrote my ticket to the window and collected my win. And then I broke into my new car.
Wild code hat.
Hot wheel and
I'm torn because I enjoy the story of the song, but that's about it. I like the story. It's fucking silly. It's ridiculous. The beat's kind of cool, but it's not nearly as active as Shake Your Rump or Eggman. And it just leaves me too much space to hear the Beastie Boys shouting at me. Oh, it drops right into 6. That's cool. I like that. Let me back that up. You want me to read the final verse to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I already know how the story ends.
Yeah, my wife loves the story, and so I can't let her not know the ending. So, making like a DT, driving a Grand Fury, wherever I hang my
Is it
head.
like a DT?
Yeah, making like a DT. I don't know what the fuck that means. Let's see. A DT. Oh, detective. Detective.
Oh.
Driving a Grand Fury, wherever I hang my hat's my home, and my past is kind of blurry. Every dog will have his day. Mine will be in front of a jury. High Plains drifter, you know that I'm never in a hurry. Read me my rights as if I didn't know this. Threw me in the tank with a drunk called Otis. With his 5 o'clock shadow, he smelled of 3-day-old beer. My man turned to me and said, "Why are you here?" I said, "I'm charming, I'm dashing, I'm rental car bashing, I'm phony paper passing at Nick's check cashing." I went before the judge. He sent me to the Brooklyn House of D. He said, "You behave or we'll throw away the key." Houdini'd out the cuffs, kicked the screw in the knee. I took the bailiff's wallet and went straight to OTB. I had a good feeling, easy come, easy go. I bet on one horse to win and another to show. So I think this is a typo here because it says it's written your mother to show, but when I was listening, it sounded like another to show. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's sure enough, that nag came in, brought my ticket to the window and collected my win. And then I broke into my new car with a wire coat hanger, hot wired, hot wheeled, and Susie is a headbanger. And that's like a reference to a song. I'm getting the impression that his run-in with the law has not deterred him of his ways of reckless shenanigans.
No, it was his time to shine. Remember his day before the jury was his every dog has his day?
Well, but that's like when it finally all catches up to him, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It hasn't caught up to him yet. Not today. Let's go to 6. It is called The Sounds of Science, which is probably a spin-off of The Sound of Silence by
Garfunkel.
Garfunkel and the other guy. Simon. Yeah, those two guys. So there's the sounds of silence. It is the Dust Brothers. I have a sneaking suspicion it will not be that silent. Here's 6. Haha.
Now here we go, dropping science, dropping it all over. Like bumping around the town like when you're driving a Range Rover. Expanding
This
the
is already like
horizon,
incredibly
expanding
silly
the
in a great way.
horizon, expanding the rhymes of sucker MC amateurs. Inaugural Isaac Newton, a scientific easy. I've been
Scientific easy.
over with the key. Now rock, shocking the mic of the many times the times table. Rock well to tell the spell all of the old fables.
What is this song?
And I be kicking the new knowledge. And I see to a degree that you can't get in college. Now the dregs of the earth and the eggs that I eat. I
This song is
got legs
ridiculous.
to the sounds of science.
I feel like the way they were singing that right there too. It's the sound. I feel like that. One thing I'm trying to pay attention to is, you know, where this has been sampled. Like if I've heard stuff from this in other albums and stuff. And I feel like that part. It's the sound of. Or maybe it's just familiar. I don't think it's familiar to me. I don't know. I feel like I've heard that though before. What is this?
Time and money for girls covered with honey.
There we go.
As cunning. Reeling and rocking and roll a B-size D-cup. Order the quarter deluxe. Why don't you wait? Come on, mine is kind of blowing like
There
a
we
projector.
go.
How'd you get up to get the Jimmy? Protector went to surf and work. Then exploding. She woke up in the morning and her face was coated. Buddy, you study. The man on the mic. Do what you like.
There we go. Yeah. Okay, this one gets a higher. Is he gonna go back into that bullshit beat? No. Okay, good. Please stay in this lane. I love this lane. The opening beat was entertaining, like silly, but this is what I want to hear.
Constantly on. The fountain youth, not Robotron. Peace is the word I've heard before. So move up on the dance floor.
Yeah, dude. This is fucking great.
This way, not like a roach or a pizza dough. I'm going out first class and going out coach. Dropping science like Galileo dropped the orange.
What? I feel like listening to this album so far, it makes me think that MF Doom was probably a fan of the Beastie Boys. Probably. Because especially the way they just insert all these little like chops and breaks and little samples from this and sample from that, and then the beat takes off, and there's a lot of shit in here that makes me, it kind of reminds me of, it makes me think of Mad Villainy a little bit in style. Not necessarily in sound, but just in the construction of these songs, with these little injections all over the place. Just this random shit. It's great. So the opening beat, I'm glad they didn't stick with it. I'm glad it's there. I like how it starts. It's so odd in a kind of like a fun, silly way. But if the whole song would have been like that, I'd be like, another skip. And then I noticed I almost paused and I didn't. I was like, hey, I'll just shut the fuck up for once, right? Let the song play. When it came into verse 2, when the beat switched and it dropped and it came into verse 2, I liked when they were rapping together. I really liked that. And I think what happens there is it feels less of one person shouting at me, and instead maybe now it's not necessarily like a harmony perhaps, but now it comes across more as like some layered vocals. So I feel more like it's a vocal effect with them rapping together than this guy is shouting at me, and now this guy is shouting at me, and now this guy is shouting at me. That kind of a thing. So I noticed that when verse 2 kicked in. I like Sound of Science. I like that one. Wow. This is cool. I'm actually surprised I'm enjoying this so much. But it has been hit or miss too. Like it really is fucking dependent on the beat. I'm finding that is so critical. If I'm not into the beat, I'm there. Well, I mean, I like the story of High Plains Drifter, but if the beat ain't there, I really just don't have a lot of interest in listening to the song. These fucking guys are ridiculous. Time and money for girls covered with honey. You lie and aspire to be as cunning, reeling and rocking and rolling B-sized D cup. Order the quarter deluxe. Why don't you wake up? My mind is kind of flowing like an oil projector. Had to get up and get the Jimmy protector. Went berserk and worked and exploded. She woke up in the morning. Her face was coated. Yes, buddy, you study the man on the mic. D, do what you like. Drunk as a skunk. Am I from Celebration to peep that freak unique penetration? I figured out who makes the crack. It's the suckers with the badges and the blue jackets. Professor of Science, because I keep dropping it. Smell weak because y'all keep popping it. Huh. Let's go to the next one. This is called 3 Minute Rule. Dust Brothers, Beastie Boys. This is track 7. Dropping in.
I stay up all night. I go to sleep watching Dragnet. Never
Dragnet.
because Jimmy is the magnet. I'm so rope. They call me Mr. Roper with
Mr.
the troubles
Roper.
arise. You know I'm the cool cobra on the like a score, just like the Yankees. Get over on this country like my main man Spanky. Asking the young lady I don't mean to trouble you. You looking so hot inside Jippy and Bubby. I got lucky. I brought home the key. Before I got busy, I slipped on the mitten. Can't get better odds because I'm a sure thing. Primary kids I'm turning and rolling like a ring ding. Not perfect grammar, always perfect timing. The mic stands for money and the D is for diamonds.
Okay.
Roses are red, the sky's blue. I got my barrel at your neck, so what the fuck you gonna do? It's just two wheels and me, the wind in my eyes.
Like the beat.
Engine is the music in my
I want a little bit more out of the beat, but I like the beat. Good beat.
UCH, I'm taking all MCs out in the place. A lot of parents like to think I'm a villain. I'm just chilling, like Bob Dylan.
I like the line. A lot of parents think I'm a villain. I'm just chilling like Bob Dylan. It is funny, just the constant generational change of, when you're a kid and you listen to it and like, what, it's cool, and the parents are outraged, but then you grow up and now your kids listen to shit and you go, what the fuck is this? I can't, this isn't music. It's just like a constant cycle. My son listens to some stuff and I was checking it out and I was reading the lyrics and I was like, pretty dark, and it's like, I just try to, it's tough as a parent because on one hand you want to pay attention to your kid and make sure they're doing okay and all that kind of stuff too, but at the same time you got to like try to remember how you were as a kid and just remember how it felt, and so we were chatting about the music once and I was just kind of asking some questions and and I told them, I just trying to check in, making sure everything's okay, but also, I remember being a kid and listening to some fucked up dark, lyrics are all dark and just, yeah. But it's funny, you get older and things are different and they're strange and they're scary and they're not good, even though it's like, if I was a kid, I'd be like, no, this is great. Anyway, let's keep going.
People come up to me and they try to talk shit, man. I was making records when you were sucking your mother's dick.
Oh, man.
Girl, you're walking tall now in your fancy clothes. You got fancy things, they're going up your nose. You're getting fancy gifts from expensive men. You're a dog on a leash.
You're a
like
dog on a leash.
Mothership connection, getting girls affection. If your life needs correction, don't follow my direction. So peace out, y'all. The PCP song out. Full throttle to the bottle and full clout, and I'm out.
So I feel like this song is kind of each one gets their verse. We'll do our, we'll show off our fucking rhyming skills and, skills of an MC type of a thing, right? Especially with the production being a little bit more chilled out, giving them space. I'm okay with 3 Minute Rule. Again, it's just really with the Beastie Boys, man. It's just their vocals. I'm not into the sound of their vocals, man. It is what it is. I'm a big fan of Rush, who's a classic rock band. And great music, man. Incredible musicians. But I know a lot of people are like, I don't like Rush because the lead singer's voice, very high-pitched voice, man. So it's like, yeah, it is what it is. I'm so roped they call me Mr. Roper. That's the landlord from Three's Company. Yep. All right. I remember watching that show as a kid. Dragnet. Remember Dragnet? You didn't watch?
get to watch TV.
Oh, my poor little sheltered wife didn't get to watch TV when she was a
I
kid.
got to watch Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers. Wow. Wow. No hate on Mr. Rogers, but when that's the only thing you get to watch.
3, 2, 1, contact.
Oh, 3, 2, 1, contact. Was that the one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I remember that one. Do, 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 do.
Is the moment.
Okay, well, let's keep going. We still got it. It's weird. Like, I feel like we've already gone through the album. I guess I've been going for almost an hour. It doesn't feel like it's been an hour. These quick little bangers, man, they zip right on through. The next one's called Hey Ladies. I've heard this one. I know Hey Ladies. Beastie Boys, Duff Brothers. This is track 8. 3 minutes, 47 seconds. Drop it in. And it's funny, the next one's 5-piece chicken dinner. It's 23 seconds long. Okay. There's a song that's 11 seconds long. Yeah, I think they're just little sample, silly things. Anyway, here's track 8. Hey Ladies. This one I know. It's been a long time since I've heard this one now. I don't know if I've ever listened to it beginning to end. I probably just know like the chorus or when they're shouting, hey ladies. Great production already, dude. Dust Brothers are great.
Hey, ladies in the place, I'm calling out to ya. There never was a city kid, true and so was. More to me than you'll ever know. And I got more hits than Sarah Hara. Tom Bushman,
Tomfoolery. Chuck Wolverine. Oh, wow.
Just like the Grand Canyon. And I'm always out looking for a female companion. Hey, ladies, get funky.
So this is the only part of the song I've never heard this song. I've never heard this. I just know the part where they like shout, hey ladies, and that's it.
In the corner with the girl looking daughter, I dropped my drawers. Said, welcome back, car. Who's cutting up the rug? She started cutting up the coffee. In my apartment. The gift of cat is the gift that I have. And that girl ain't nothing but a friend. We're educated, no. Stupid. Yeah. And when I say stupid, I mean stupid.
Stupid fetch. Yeah, and what's funny is the Hey Lady is a sample. It's not even the fucking Beastie Boys. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is the fun.
Hey, ladies. One more time. Ain't it funky now? Hey, ladies.
The fucking cowbell. Banging around on that cowbell. Ha. Dude. The fucking production, man. The Dust Brothers, when they bring it, they fucking bring it. Fucking fantastic production. Yeah. And that's it. Okay, here's a 5-piece chicken dinner. Just a fucking bunch of banjo hootenanny bullshit. Hootin' and a hollering. It goes right in the barrel of a gun. Oh, man. This is fun. This is fun. I have to keep pushing myself back to 1989, right? And throwing this album on in 1989. I'm like, this has just got to blow some shit up big time. Like, I'm not an expert of hip-hop in the 80s by any means, not even fucking close. But, like, I've listened to a couple albums, Paid in Full, NWA, what's another 80s? There's been a couple other. Public Enemy. I think maybe one other. So I've listened, just a few. Just a few. But holy shit, dude. I feel like this one, would just blow up the scene. Blow up the scene. It's very energetic. And it's like, I almost feel bad that I don't really like. The Beastie Boys' voice, their vocals. Because everything about it is so much fun. Like the lyrics are silly and ridiculous. It's nice because I kind of assumed coming into it would just be a lot of like party lyrics and sex with girls and all that kind of stuff like that. But I mean, there's been some of it, but it's been pretty sparse so far. For the most part, it's just been kind of ridiculous and just funny and over the top. So it's kind of cool. Very cool. Let's see what I want to see what Genius says about 5-piece chicken dinner. I guess there was lyrics in there. I don't know. I assumed it's a sample, but I guess not. Does this say anything about it? No, not a sample. They actually made that song. So then I feel like I've heard that in movies and shows before too. Because it's just this quick little thing, you know, like the little high speed where they're running away on super fast, like type of thing. Anyway, looking down the barrel of a gun, son of a bitch, getting paid, getting rich. That I know from this track. This is 10. I know this song not because I've heard their version, although I may have heard it. But I do know the Anthrax cover, which oddly enough, like I said before, came off of the Beavis and Butthead movie that came out like the late 90s or early 2000s or something like that. Anyway, dropping it. That is on Spotify. You want to check it out. It's annoying though because it's got the fucking. It's got a whole skit, so you can't just listen to it as a song. There's the whole skit in there. I mean, you can skip around, like move the little thing, but if you wanted to put it on a playlist, that ain't gonna work. Anyway, here's track 10. Looking down the barrel of a gun. Great beat. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's basically just a rock jam. Yeah, I like this one already. I'm gonna listen to this one. Spit out. Choose my keys. You know you got to hear it. Don't come here. Yeah, dude, this is fucking great. I feel like the original is better than the Anthrax version. The Anthrax version is pretty almost identical. It's just Anthrax instead. It's a little heavier on the riff. I'ma die harder like my kid Bruce Willis. Oh, and that's it? Ah. It's a banger. Looking down the barrel of a gun is a fucking banger. It's almost too short. Like, we almost need a second chorus, you know? Maybe not. Good song. Oh god, it just drops right in Carthy. Dude, this album is fucking badass. It really is badass. Maybe I'll get to a point where I just stop being so whiny about the vocals, but I mean, just fucking everything is so good. And again, I know I just said this, but you put this on in the late 80s. What the fuck is this, man? Just out of nowhere, it seems like. I don't know, I think they had an album before this, right? I believe so. Sure. Let's look at discography. Oh, damn it. I didn't. Oh, License to Ill. License to Ill was their first one in 86. And then Love American Style, which is an EP in 89. Although, is that... Oh, Shake Your Rump, Hey Ladies. Okay. So there's a couple of big hits on that one that are also on this one. Yeah. Good shit, man. Good shit. I'm glad. I'm. It's funny because I put on the Anthrax version this morning because it'd been so long, and I was just curious to see it was on Spotify. I was like, oh yeah, because when I was setting up, pulling up the lyrics and stuff, I was like looking down the barrel of the gun. Oh yeah, I've heard that. Anthrax did that, and I was just curious to see if the Beavis and Butthead soundtrack was on here. The song is. I don't know about the whole album. That one's got a Nirvana song on there too. That's pretty fucking good. I forget what it's called, but pretty good. I'm glad that this is here and I'm listening to this because I've always liked this song and I always forget about it, but I like the original. So I'm just going to be banging the original. Yeah, this is going into a jogging playlist. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure. Let's go to the next one. It's called Car Thief. Dust Brothers, Beastie Boys. Actually, was there a lyric? It's funny, I listen to rock, listen to metal, all this shit, right? And so many albums, I just don't read the lyrics. So it's kind of funny going into this one. But there was, where was it? Oh, no. Come up. There was something on here I wanted to. I'm mad at my desk and I'll be writing all curse words, expressing my aggressions through my schizophrenic verse words. You're a headless chicken chasing a sucker free basin. You're looking for a fist to put your face in. And I like the racism is a schism on a serious tip. I like that. A divide. Racism is a divide. Okay, here is 11. Car Thief, 3.5 minutes. Dust Brothers, Beastie Boys, dropping in. Cool. Me and my crew out breaking windows. Wow. Have I heard that before? Maybe not. Maybe that's just classic Dust Brothers sound right there.
People always trying to get next to me. I had a beautiful experience on ecstasy. Your girl got dick by Ricky Powell.
Who is Ricky Powell?
Smoking at St. Anthony's Feast.
Oh, he's a photographer that hung around with him. I love this break sound. Another issue I take with the Beastie Boys too is their their flow, their rhyming scheme, however you want to do it. It always reminds me of like when fucking Stephen Colbert has a guest on and they bust out some raps together. I'm Stephen Colbert and I'm here to say that kind of stupid, just to me it's just fucking lame, cringy, dumb, just that kind of flow, right? That stupid, stereotypical style of flow. And unfortunately, that's kind of how they do some of their shit. I liked, which was it? There was one earlier where they really, I think it was the Sounds of Science. That was the one that started out kind of weird, but then when it dropped in after the beat switch and then verse 2, they were going together. I liked them then a lot because they were really kind of cracking through. But when they pick up this slower flow, and this is all very reminiscent of the 80s. The 80s, you listen to the flow styles of the 80s, it's very kind of beginning, building block type of flow in terms of where hip hop has gone since then, right? And I don't like it. That's all. And I'm trying to put that aside. But I think really it's kind of a testament to how far hip hop has come, rapping has come, in terms of flow and rhyming schemes and just use of the vocals in terms of power, inflection, speed, all those things, man. And so, yeah, when you go back, sometimes you go, yeah, all right, yeah. Well, we're more of a basic structure in this early times. Anyway, there you go. Love the production. Very torn. This shit sounds so cool right here. I mean, this had to be mind-blowing in the 80s. What the fuck is this? Well, I mean, 89, the 80s, the last 4 months of the 80s. Yep, fuck yeah, dude. Now that is excellent. I love the transitions that have occurred in this album. Especially, I mean, track 1 to 2. I stepped all over it, running my damn bald mouth. Well, I guess my mouth isn't bald. That's the only place I do have hair. That's odd. The only place I have hair, my mouth.
Whoa, you have hair everywhere.
I got caught.
The
I got caught lying, y'all.
You don't have hair is on the top of your head and your toes.
Yeah, that's true. The top of my head does not have hair. My toes do not have hair. My knuckles do not have hair, which I'm glad. I don't like. I'm not into the hairy knuckle thing. Not going to say what she did. We'll keep it secret. Keep it secret. It makes it more mysterious that way, rather than... all right, let's go to 12. What comes around? Was there anything I wanted to...
Is he going to get egged?
He might, right? Let's go through this final verse. All the wife beaters and all the tax cheaters sitting in the White House pulling their Peters. Buy my Chiba from the cop down the street, the only cop with a rope chain when he's walking the beat. So like a sneaky pouch time bomb ticking, like the beat to my rhyme just kicking. Space case cookies, I discover who I am. I'm a dusted old bummy hurdy-gurdy man. What's hurdy-gurdy? I feel like I should know that. Hurdy-Gurdy Man is a 1968 song by Scottish musician so-and-so at the time this recording in Rock was together, with his daughter, the guy's daughter. That's funny. 5-0 caught me, now I'm going to the mountains. Say goodbye to my girl, my lawyer, and accountant. My mind is kind of rhyming, and I think I ought to think, so I'm rocking all the rhymes, and I'll have another drink. So the lights are flashing, my mind is spinning. I feel like it's always the beginning of another rhyme. I'm rapping, MCing, I rock. Sometimes too, like, these guys will just straight drop right out of their own rhyming structure. Like, it's like they intentionally break the rhyme. Which, okay, I mean, it's not a huge deal, but... Yeah, Karthi, I don't know, it's funny. A lot of stuff I like, and a lot of stuff I'm not into. So it's a mixed bag with me, with Beastie Boys. But I will say, I am very impressed with this album. Anyway, let's go to 12. What comes around? Dust Brothers, Beastie Boys, dropping into 12.
Override frisky, California female, the 3-inch cherry red. Her best on lean out, reach into my mind.
Reach into my mind.
Garbage bag full overflowing. Please sleep in Rapunzel, Rapunzel. Let down your hair, so I can climb up and get into your underwear. I'm your beating, test cheating, no business punk. Insecure born in the junkyard with the junk. You're gone wet, look crazy. Mess with your head. You fucked around and wound up with the ball skin head. You're all mixed up like pasta primavera. Yo, why'd you throw that chair,
Geraldo Rivera. God, that fucking talk show.
I brought her upstairs onto the roof. I talked to wife and she is a doof. What goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. What goes
Okay.
around comes around. And what comes around goes around. Goes around.
Oh,
Chosen bound.
I like the little piano bit at the very end. The do-do-do-do. Oh, here we go. Hell yeah.
Your home for your nose is brown.
I could listen to this as just beats, honestly. Most of this album I could listen as just beats, no lyrics.
Got more Louis than Philip Risotto.
Oh man, they really hammered out at the end of that verse with the production.
Comes around. What goes
I like this part. I like this part. Yeah, you know what? I'm won over on this one. What the fuck is this stupid shit? I feel like asking the question of what the fuck is this stupid shit on a Beastie Boys album is a pretty redundant question. like the answer is in the question. Beastie Boys. But I say that like at least it's fun. Like these guys are just fucking around, you know, and I like that a lot more than somebody who's trying to take themselves super seriously and talk about how badass they are. Like that to me gets boring. This is just good old fashioned fun. Silly, ridiculous, over the top. I can't even fucking. Well, actually, you know what? That's something else. I think I was thinking of something else. Yeah, ridiculous lyrics. Ridiculous lyrics. There was something I was gonna say. Oh. Well, there's one more. There's one more song. There's a lot more songs, but there's one more song, and I say that because what I'm gonna do. We've got Shadrach, which is track 13, and then you've got this "Ask for Janice" thing. What I'm gonna do. I don't know if this is right. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of pretend like the Ask for Janice and then the rest of this stuff. So on Spotify, like if I go through Genius here, it's all given these individual tracks. But if you look here, well, you can't see it on the screen, but it's this B-boy Bouillabaisse, however the fuck whatever you call it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to act like Shadrach it's like kind of like the final track before everything else. And what I'm going to do with everything else, starting to Ask for Janice, is I'm just going to pretend like that's all one song. So 14 through 23, I'm going to treat as one song. And I'll pause here and there as I do. For the timestamps, I'm going to make that one thing. I'm just going to call it the B-boy, whatever the fuck. And if you guys want to timestamp it yourselves for specific parts, go for it. But it's kind of a pain in the ass, like especially with editing and stuff. When a song's like a minute, I try to cut half. I usually cut about a third, but I try to cut half. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. So let's listen to this one. This is 13, Shadrach, Beastie Boys, Dust Brothers, and then we'll get into what I'm going to call the final song, which is like the next 10 minutes of music or whatever. Here we go. Here's 13. I should have said that after this song. Oh, well. Yeah. I almost feel like I've heard this. Hey, AC/DC. Yeah, this is good. Very alive, again, with the production. Very alive. That's really fucking funny right there. I love that. Wow. We'll go through lyrics after this one. This got some funny fucking lyrics. Yeah, this is a good one, man. This is a good one.
That's Paul's Boutique, and they're in Brooklyn.
Okay. We're going to go through the lyrics here for Shadrach. I'm just going to go through all of them because they're pretty fucking silly. Riddle me this, my brother, can you handle it? And of course, it's all italicized and bold and all this stuff because it's all three of these guys just jumping in and out. Your style to my style, you can't hold a candle to it. Equinox symmetry and the balance is right. Smoking and drinking on a Tuesday night. It's not how you play the game, it's how you win it. I cheat and steal and sin. I'm a cynic. For those about to rock, we salute you. That's AC/DC. The dirty thoughts for dirty minds we contribute to. I was once lost, but now I'm found. Which is, what's that hymn? Amazing Grace. So from AC/DC to Amazing Grace. The music watch is over, and you're one with the sound. Well, who shall inherit the earth? The meek shall. And yo, I think I'm starting to peak now. And the man upstairs, well, I hope that he cares. If I had a penny from our thoughts, I'd be a millionaire. We're just three MCs, and we're on the go. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Abednego. Those are the three guys who threw Daniel in lion's den.
Oh, those are the three guys that threw Daniel in the lion's den. Well, that was not very nice of them.
Yeah.
Were they instructed?
Or in the fire or whatever.
Were they instructed to do so?
Yeah.
That's not going to hold up during the trials. We were just following orders. It's not going to hold up during the trials. Here's verse 2. Only 24 hours in a day, only 12 notes. Well, a man can play. Music for all, but not just for one people. And now we're going to bust with the Putney Swope sequel. I don't know who Putney Swope is. A 1969 film written and directed by Robert Downey Sr. It's a movie about a black man who was accidentally put in charge of a large advertising firm after the death of the chairman.
Oh, in the fire, not the lion's den.
In the fire.
Yeah.
More Adidas sneakers than a plumber's got pliers. More suits than Jacoby and Myers. That's like a law firm. And what's funny is I think I saw a fucking commercial for them recently. So they've been around for like damn near 40 years. Jacoby and Myers probably longer than that. I wonder if the annotation says how long they've been around. So this is saying suits as in like clothing, but I thought Jacoby and Myers was a law firm. Anyway, whatever. If it's a clothing thing, it's the same thing. Well, it's not the same thing, but wordplay. If not for my vices and my bugged out desires, my year would be good just like Goodyear's tires, because I'm out picking pockets at the Atlantic Antic. And nobody wants to hear your rhymes because your rhymes are damn frantic. I mix business and pleasure way too much. Wine and women and song and such. I don't get blue. I got a mean red streak. You don't pay the band. Your friends. That's weak. Get even like Steven, like pulling a Rambo. Well, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Steal from the rich. I'm out robbing banks, giving to the poor, and I always give thanks. Because I got more stores than JD's got Salinger. Why is JD Salinger, right? What is that? I should know that. I feel like I do know that. An author. He's an author. I haven't read his stuff. I hold the title, and you are the challenger. I got money like Charles Dickens. I got the girlies in the coop like the colonel's got the chickens. I'm always going out dapper like Harry S. Truman. I'm madder than Mads, Alfred E. Newman. Is that the Mad Magazine guy, probably? That'll be my guess. My noggin is hogging all kinds of thoughts. Adam Yaggin is yocking. He's rocking, of course. Smoke the holy chalice. Got my own religion. Rally around the stage and check the funky, dope musicians. Like Jerry Lee Swaggart or Jerry Lee Falwell. This next one cracked me up. I can't understand why. You love Mario Andretti because he always drives his car well. It's just the stupidest fucking thing. Like, what? How can I rhyme with the name Jerry Lee Falwell? I don't know what rhymes with well. Well, well does. Okay, well, who's somebody that does something well? Well, Mario Andretti drives his car well. It's just fucking stupid. But it's like, it feels perfect. Like perfect Beastie Boys nonsense. Let's just insert a factual statement. You like this race car driver because he's good at race car driving. Got him. Vicious circle of reality since the day you were born, and we love the hot butter. Say what the popcorn. Sipping on wine and mac and rocking on the stage with all the hands clapping. Ride the wave of fate. It don't ride me, Holmes. And the man upstairs, well, I hope he cares. If I had a penny for my thoughts, I'd be a millionaire. Okay, so I went through Ask for Janice. Something about this fucking clothing boutique in Brooklyn. So I said this earlier. I should have waited until now to say this. The rest of these songs, all of this B-boy, however you pronounce it, 15 through 23, I'm going to treat all this as one song. Okay, so I think it's all probably done by Dust Brothers. Yeah, Dust Brothers. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to worry about, I'm going to treat it all as one song. I'll pause when I feel it's appropriate to pause. I'm going to timestamp this as one song. I'm not going to chop it up into like a bunch of different, because like it's 56 seconds, a minute 14, 2 minutes, 2:21 and a half, 1. So whatever. Final track of the album, this B-boy Bouillabaisse song kicks off with this 59 Christie Street. And let's see where this goes. I'm really kind of curious. Here we go. Dropping in final track.
There's a girl over there
Oh, yeah?
with long brown hair. I took her to the place.
Okay.
Just in her face. You know what I saw? What?
1, 2. Right about now, I'd like to dedicate a song out to my main homie, Mike D.
What in the fuck is this?
Ready?
Yo,
Get on the mic.
get on the mic.
Just get on the mic. Get on the mic, Mike.
Let's be real and don't clap the issue.
Oh, they're like beatboxing, huh?
You must listen to. People say that they be missing me and missing you. Get on the mic and let's show them
Well,
what we used to.
you say fuck that. Yo, Holmes, fuck this. I'm the king at whammy. Your dick butt
Dick
kiss.
bucket.
One half science,
And another half soul.
nickname my D, not fat, more jelly roll.
Mike on a mic.
Hip bus with the solo. Mike,
Okay. I'm not really into this one.
Get on the mic.
It's 4 a.m. I got the husband for AM.
Ah.
Losing, so I'm pissing on the third rail. Foggy eyed Friday, I'm headed for the station. Two-train ride to Coney Island vacation. Dedicated to the woofers in the back of the one train. They be kicking out windows high, I'm cocaine. And I jumped the turnstile, I lost the last token. Right between the cars, pissing, smoking.
It's just so fucking random. So I was hoping this whole last stretch of stuff would be like somewhat connected, but so far I don't see any connection. It's definitely one of these things is talking about this hodgepodge or whatever. There was one of them saying hodgepodge, and it's definitely come across as a hodgepodge so far. Anyway, we'll see if something sticks out, but it might just be a bunch of fucking random songs just slapped in all together, almost like the production has just been alive and constantly moving around. It's almost like here's just a whole bunch of chunks of songs together, presented together. It might be.
Hot cup of coffee and the donuts are dunking. Friday night and Jamaica Queen's funkin'. Elevated, I'm never gonna fall. Riding over the diner where I always get my toast warm. Bustin' through the
It's just the most random fucking lyrics.
Over the loudspeaker about the hard times. Sat across from my man reading El Diario. Riding the train down from El Barrio. Went from the station to Orange Julius. I brought a hot dog. Who? Georgia Cooley.
I don't know who that is. George Julius. Talent scout from Def Jam that discovered the Beastie Boys and later produced for Rick Rubin's American Recordings. Okay. We are all over the place. I feel like I've heard this before. I like this one. It's interesting how different the vocals are. Like this, like kind of like low fidelity microphone muffle thing that's going on. Like there's no shouting. I'm like, no, this is nice. I would have never guessed this is the Beastie Boys. I feel like I've heard this before. It feels like something I've heard like in a movie where like the person walks into the bar or something like that, and this is playing when they're walking around or something. I feel like I've heard this before. Or maybe it could just be the maybe there's a sample. Interesting. On the sample, Genius says one of the samples included is from When the Levee Breaks by Led Zeppelin. I haven't heard that. I don't know how some of these guys figure out these samples. And I feel like it's weird because if you sample something, like I understand the getting copyright, permission and royalties or whatever the hell it is, right, that you have to do when you sample something. But then I feel like if you sample it and change it so much that you can't even tell what it is, how is that using somebody else's material? I don't know how that works.
But if you recognize it.
That's not what I'm talking about, though. I'm talking about the stuff where if they change it so much you can't recognize it, then how the hell can you even claim that's my stuff? Like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to keep listening. I'll see if I can hear When the Levee Breaks. I haven't heard any of that in here yet. I'll start that one over. I want to read the lyrics to this one because it's really hard to hear them, but I almost feel like too, like he's almost saying something almost serious through here. Here we go. MC for what I am and do. The A is for Adam, and the lyrics true. So as I pray and hope that the message is sent, and I'm living in the dreams that I have dreamt. Because I'm down with the three, the unstoppable three. Me and Adam and D were born to MC, and my body and soul and mind are pure, not polluted or diluted or damaged beyond cure. Just lyrics from IDU recited, arrested, bailed, but cuffed and indicted. Enter the arena as I take the center stage, the lights set low, and the night has come of age. Take the microphone in hand as I am a professional, speak my knowledge to the crowd, and the ed is special, for I am the bard, and I am the last one. I am the king, and this is my castle. Dwell in realms now, but pity those of the past. Seen a glimpse from ahead, and I don't think it's going to last. And you can bet your ass. I drop the L when I'm skiing, I'm smoking and peeking. I put the skis on the roof almost every single weekend. What the fuck does that mean? Skis on the roof?
Of the car.
It's what?
Of the car.
That's a car?
You put the skis on the roof. Not everybody has a truck. You put the skis on the roof and then you drive.
Oh yeah, you know what? What's funny? You're right. And there's pictures of them skiing on the ski slopes. So yeah, the skis on the roof is like literally put the skis on the roof of the car and we see that all the time. Yeah, I figured that was going to be like the thing that I snort cocaine with. I put it on my glass tabletop. Like who fucking like there's so much slang, right? But
I didn't even think about that.
well, I didn't know what it was. That's why I was like,
I'm thinking it's snowing and I want to go skiing.
yeah, and you're absolutely right. And that's literally what they mean. They literally mean to put the skis on the roof of the car. Can't stop the mindfuck when it's rolling along. Can't stop the smooth running when the shit's running strong. Broke my bindings, the lion with wings. Preaching his words. So he's probably talking about skiing again right there. Preaching his words and the B-boys sing. I am one with myself as I turn to thee. Prefer the dreams to reality. I prefer my life. Don't need no other man's wife. Don't need no crazy lifestyle with stress and strife. But it's good to have a turn to be a king for a day or for a week or for a year or for a year and a day. Come what may. I'm fishing in my boat and I'm fishing for trout. Mix the bass ale with the Guinness stout. which I think he mentioned that earlier, like the black and tan. I think that's what that is. I never drink that because I just like Guinness, but a black and tan is like when you take something and you pour it into a Guinness and it gets that mixed color. Fishing for a line inside my brain and looking out at the world through my window pane. Every day has many colors because the glass is stained. Everything has changed but remains the same. So once again, the mirror is raised and I see myself as clear as day. And I'm going to the limits of my ultimate destiny, feeling as though somebody somewhere is testing me. He who sees the end from the beginning of time, looking forward through all the ages is, was, and always shall be. Check the prophetic sections of the pages. Easy Mike with the Disco Dave. I fucked all that up. Oh, you're trying to not sneeze over there?
Yeah.
She just fucking goes off when she starts sneezing. It's really quite impressive. Quite impressive.
It's one of my gifts.
A gift, yeah.
Something I'm good at.
I like this last portion of the verse because, well, the last two, especially this, everything has changed but remains the same. So once again, the mirror is raised and I see myself as clear as day. Like he's out on his boat, he's drinking his beer, he's fishing. It's just him, it's just a person, it's just him. And I can just see him like holy shit, everything's completely changed, right? I'm fucking Beastie Boys and, you know, this is all blowing up and who knows what, right? But here I am, just me, fishing. Still just me. The world is still just the world. You know, like, I really like that. I really like that. I'm glad I read that. A year and a day. Let's keep going. Let's keep rolling. So this is Hello Brooklyn. We're kind of halfway through this like B-boy thing, whatever the fuck it is.
Hello, Brooklyn!
Boom, 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 boom. This probably rumbles in the fucking car, don't it?
New York, New York, it's a hell of a town. You know the Bronx is up, and I'm Brooklyn down. Because they don't know my name, only know my initials. Building bombs in the attic for elected officials. I quit my job.
That's got to be a reference to like, what's his fucking name? Oh, not the Mad Bomber. I was thinking of somebody else. Unabomber. I kind of like Hello Brooklyn too. This is a cool one. God, they're just mashing this bass, mashing on it. Oh, that's old Johnny Cash right there. I shot a man in Brooklyn. I shot a man in Reno. This is a trip, this whole outro thing. Oh, that was cool. The wind down on that. That was cool.
A nickname Shadrach. My name is not Seamus. Shirley's on the tip because my homie is famous. My name is not a hula heat, nor is it Brian. I said that I was a man, you know I'd be lying. Suckers try to bite, they try to pursue it.
Yeah, explain to musician. Them know it, but them can't do it.
Lay it on me now. That's so hard, man.
Yo, I got Chinese juice. Smoking much, I ain't smoking much. Cause I got more flavor than fruits.com. With the big round buddy, I like the buddy, muffin. I'm not bluffing. On a planet like Thanksgiving stuffing.
Hey, what is
Stuffing.
Stop it, buddy.
Here's another one.
He's right into this shit. What the fuck?
M-I-K-E on the M-I-C. See? I met this girl last night with a peculiar cackle. I laid the bait and she took the tackle. Afterwards for drink, after Red Lobsters, got
All of
a
these all almost sound like, they're almost like little demos or something. They come off and feel like just these quick little, like, I mean, I don't even really properly know what a demo is. I've heard the term before. It's something that you kind of, you used to do back in the day, I suppose. I don't know if it happens anymore, but like, yeah, you'd make a demo, you try to pass it out to music people to try and get signed and shit. It just feels like a bunch of little fucking demos of this is the shit that we got. This is what we got. And it's not really like a full song because you're not trying to get somebody to listen to a full album. You know, they just want to hear like 30 seconds or whatever and to see if it's good or not. That's what it feels like. Just it's like a little fucking demo tape at the end of the album.
The blaze of a helicopter never met the girl that was too finicky. The breast has a way that they're going to finish me. You might notice you never been to see. If I ain't finished, I'd be called finished. I shed light, that shed fur. Right around town like a raven bird. I'm so high, calling your highness. So if you don't know me, then pardon my shyness. With my D's in the house, what you gonna do?
So AWOL to me is absent without leave. Is the nickname for the Beastie Boys associate Amory Smith. Oh, drummer for Suicidal Tendencies. I was never supposed to be there. They just said I was AWOL. What a funky little fucking trip. To all the So this, if you like this is like almost exactly what the soundtrack for Fight Club sounds like. They basically like rebuilt this beat for Fight Club. So it doesn't come through on the sound, but the last words it says, "You liked it?" And the answer is, "Well, some of it seemed good." That's about my closing thoughts right there. They're fucking reading my diary before I even writing it. Huh. So let's start with that. You liked it? Some of it seemed good. I go through the playlist here of the album, and it's well, to all the girls, it's just like a little intro, right? So it's not really a song. So it's check mark, no. 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 And then 2 check marks in a row. So, I mean, almost like the literal definition of hit and miss for me on this album. So what has check marks? Let's take a look. Shake Your Rump, of course. Eggman, of course. Sounds of Science. Yeah. Hey Ladies. Looking Down the Barrel of a Gun. Probably my favorite. Although Hey Ladies was pretty good too. I don't think I'd ever actually heard it from beginning to end. I've just heard him, shout, "Hey Ladies." What Comes Around, Shadrach. And then I liked A Year and a Day and Hello Brooklyn off of the whole B-Boy thing. Overall, my hang up with the Beastie Boys is the Beastie Boys. I know that sounds ridiculous, right? But really, my hang up is it's just their vocal style. That's it. That's all it is. If they had a different vocal style, I'd probably like the Beastie Boys a lot more. But so much of what they do is just like this shout, yell type style of vocals. I'm just not really into it. But at the same time, like, it's cool that even though I'm not really into their vocals, like, I still like what they do. Their lyrics are silly and ridiculous. The Dust Brothers fucking crushed it with production. Great production. And I kind of wish I was back in 1989, because when did this come out? July. It would have been cool to just experience what people thought back then, like how much did this hit? And I know this is considered a classic, and I can see why, but seeing it now, like, I feel like I can feel how much of like a bombshell it was when it hit. But I wish I could have been back then and hear it hit back then, because this really is just out of nowhere. It seems like. Again, I haven't heard the albums before this, so I don't know what else they've done before this. But, man, the production, just something different. Very, very different. Very, very cool. Very fun to listen to. Very alive and moving around. Fun to listen to. And then the Beastie Boys being ridiculous with their silly fucking lines and their silly stories and their shenanigans and all that stuff. That helps a lot. But the songs where the beat kind of backs off and the Beastie Boys are more prominent and it's just a lot of yelling, I become less interested. Hell of a run though. Fun album. Very fun album. That last run of the B-Boy, whatever the fuck it is, that is just bizarre. So many just odd things too. The 5-piece chicken dinner, Ask for Janice. Just odd. But like at the same time, it's kind of like this flair, this spice. Just it's always something different shooting in to keep the mind going. Oh, whoa, what's this? Or what's this? What's this? You know? Yeah. I have a lot more respect for Beastie Boys now, which is kind of nice because I remember in the 90s, they're still around. They're still kind of big. They still had hits on the radios. And I never was like, oh, I don't get it. What's the deal? Why are the Beastie Boys so revered? But I think it's because they probably earned their spot with this one, man. It feels like it. I mean, how can you not with something like this? It just jumps out of nowhere. Yeah, good times. Good times, man. All right, y'all. Take care. We'll see you soon.